You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton, and this is the 100th episode of the Bro Down Podcast. And for our special 100th episode, we decided to give you guys a little treat with a new segment we like to call Dear Bros.
Dear Bros, tell us
How-
what Dear Bros is about, Tim.
Dear Bros is where we check out to see some advice columns, to see the ridiculous things that people can't solve for themselves. We read them to each other and we give what would be our advice in lieu of the actual advice giver, I guess. Is that a good
Yeah.
way of saying it?
Disclaimer, we are not doctors, but
Yeah.
we're going to give our advice anyway.
So take everything with a grain of salt.
Yes. So, you're up first, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So, my
Daily dog crap.
Someone actually wrote into an advice column about this. The actual title was Pet Owner Adds to Neighbor's Trash on Daily Dog Walks. Dear Abby,
Okay.
when I take my dog for a walk, I always carry little doggy bags and pick up his business. I live in a residential neighborhood with alleys behind the houses. After my dog does his business, I pick it up and often throw the tied up bag in a trash can along the alley. Is this rude? Things in other people's trash cans? My dog may make several stops along our long walks, and I don't want to carry his waste with me the whole trip. Consider it in Colorado.
This dog takes several shits. That was the most concerning part of that whole thing. So, Tim, what would your advice be to this lady?
You live a privileged life, woman, if this is what your problems are. First things first, you do not have to write in to Dear Abby to see whether or not this is illegal. Because first off, she ain't gonna know.
No.
So strike one, you're already doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Number two, I could see how people could be weirded out by that, but whatever. It's dog shit. It's literally garbage. At least she's not letting it sit on the street.
You know, I actually had an experience with this once where somebody did it in my garbage can,
Yeah.
but it was pouring rain the day before,
Ooh.
and I think the bag ripped open. If I could have found the person that did it, I would have been writing in to
You
my
can't see
parole
me.
officer.
You can't see me, but I'm gagging pretty heavily.
Yeah. I don't think that generally that's a big deal, but it would be a big deal if you're throwing it in the day after they took the garbage.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
You know
what?
what?
Go
Take
ahead.
it home. Take it home. It's part of being a dog owner. This is what you signed up for. Just take it home.
Yeah. Yeah. So your advice to this is take it home.
Take it home. Suck it up.
All
Just
right.
do
So
it.
let's hear the actual advice that Mrs. Abby gave.
Abby says, "Shut up, you stupid bit." No, she.
Abby's changed.
Abby says whether it's illegal in your community is something you should check locally because there may be an ordinance that forbids it. While I can't speak for everyone, some of the homeowners those trash cans belong to would be strenuously object to someone throwing dog doo-doo into them. That's why my advice is, when in doubt, don't. That's actually pretty clutch advice. When in doubt, don't.
That's probably why she's got the column, Tim, and we don't.
She's much more articulate than the two of us as well.
Yeah, we're stupid. All right. So any more thoughts on dog doo-doo in the trash?
No, I think we've already talked about it long enough.
Okay. So we're going to move on to the second part of this, which is mine. And mine is I smell trouble.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, so this one is actually titled Battle Over Air Fresheners Clouds Couples Relationship. Dear Abby, my boyfriend and I live quite far from town, and I spend a lot of time in the car, usually his. He bought some air fresheners for his car, which made me nauseous and gave me headaches. I asked him to please remove them, but he refused because he does not want to waste the $2.50. He said he likes the smell. Abby, we have 2 other vehicles we can take. I felt it was such a small thing he could do to make me feel better. He doesn't agree. What's your opinion on the matter? Stunk up in Florida. I fucking knew it was Florida. I fucking knew it. Okay.
Fucking knew it.
So right off the bat, it sounds like both of these people are kind of petty, and the only reason I'm calling her petty is not because of the issue. It's because she took the time to write in to a columnist that gives advice because of this.
Yeah.
That's the part that makes me like, oh, this probably isn't the first big deal that was made over something so stupid. But the guy probably should have just taken them out, especially if they're like $2.50. Just throw them out. Don't be a douche. Pick your battle. Yeah. But at the same token, like if they have two other cars, can't they just take another car? I mean, you got 3 cars, woman. Life ain't that bad.
Yeah, you're right about that. They do have 3 cars. Why are they so upset over a $2 thing? And even if they don't take a different car, put it into a different car.
Yeah. Well, those other 2 cars might be hers. That doesn't make. You got 3 cars, okay? You got 3 cars. That's probably how he got 3 cars, because he's worried about the $250 he spent on the air fresheners.
Dude is worried about the wrong set of things.
Yeah,
Do you know how much their insurance must be? God.
See, when I read this, I'm just like, oh, that sounds silly. Like, oh, these are giving me a headache and making me feel sick. Can you take them out? And normal people are like, oh yeah, sure. I want to see the dash cam footage of this conversation. I want to see how this actually went down.
You know it wasn't polite. You know it was. Are you fucking serious with this? Can you get rid of those goddamn? No, I'm not. This is my car.
Trying to cover up the smell of your whores.
I'm saying there are 1,000 different underlying problems in that relationship.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have just been like, hey, can you mind taking these out? I was like, no, I fucking bought these. Just stay it in. Shut your mouth. We're going into town for supplies.
That sounds like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, we don't know. It sounds stupid. I think the guy should have just taken him out, and that the
what's the advice to this then? Because he didn't call in. He didn't write in. She did. So what is she supposed to do?
Okay, so we're basically stating on that both of them need to calm their tits. He should have just taken them out to avoid the whole thing, because if you're giving somebody a headache and a stomach ache, just take them out. They're $2.50. So she puts in, dear stunk. You might be allergic to something in the air freshener, which is why you got a headache and became nauseated. Asking your boyfriend to remove it was a small thing, not like asking him to remove a limb. If he were less self-centered and more considerate, he would have accommodated you. So she's just trying to start a big old brush fire. In my opinion, you should take one of the other cars when you drive together.
That's smart.
What do you think about the advice?
You know what? I think that she has to play this as if the person writing in is 100% truthful and the good guy in the story.
That's 100%. That's the best way to do that.
Yeah,
probably.
I agree. So she can't just be like, this is the stupidest fucking thing. Well, the dog shit story was pretty bad, but she can't say this is stupid. What are you complaining about? Although I get it, some people do get really weird about scents and stuff, so she could be allergic to shit. I think it's good advice.
I 100% believe her that they gave her a headache, because weird shit like that happens. I just don't know what to get elevated to take the time to write in a 2-paragraph thing to Dear Abby about your opinion on what to do. I don't know. Maybe take him out, throw him out when he's not looking. I don't know.
Throw him out. That's going to escalate fast. Where did my freshener go?
Well, Dear Abby said you were self-centered. I didn't ask you to cut your fucking hand off, did I?
That's how you instantly call the police instead of Abby.
It was funny when I first read this, I thought it said my husband, but it said my boyfriend. So we don't have to worry about it, because this relationship is not going to work.
Oh yeah, that's not going to go the distance.
No, not at all.
That's a terrible thing to say, but
that's a terrible, terrible thing.
Terrible.
Okay, so that's it for Dear Bros.
Dear Bros.
Dear Bros, the new segment.
I like the segment. I think we're clutch on this.
I do. I think it's a good, quick little insight here. Again, we're not doctors. Don't listen to us at all on anything.
We're not doctors, but
Yeah,
don't forget
but
to but don't forget to leave a comment down below on what you thought about these weird ass questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you can make sure you get other notifications from us bros. Don't forget to go to brodownpro.com to get all your cool ass bro gear. I think that about sums us up, Andy. Got anything
yeah.
else?
No, that's it, man. You wrapped it up pretty tight there.
All right. We will catch you guys next time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.